Crisis Protocol is a great game. Highly recommend it to anybody who loves modern characters.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, people have been telling us that. Greetings, adventurers. I am here with
Adam Prevost, Head of Organized Play for Tabletop and Unplug Yourself.
Great, and what is happening here today?
Today, the entire week. So we set up a nice little space in the Black Eagle Hall. It's an Unplug Yourself initiative, obviously. We ran a very successful Yu-Gi-Oh! Open yesterday. We had 50 players there in partnership with Comic-Con and Konami. We have a lot of board game demos. I think we did about 300 people in the last 3 days for Catan itself.
Oh wow!
So
that's a lot of people.
That's quite a bit. We've got D&D sessions running as well, which sold out I think on the second day.
Oh
so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We got little short adventures which are still available. If you guys want to come through, by all means, that's very
definitely.
Cool. And free to play board games, tournaments. We end today with Pokemon, and we got some Pokemon Learn to Play sessions.
That's cool. So what are some new and up-and-coming games that Unplug Yourself is covering?
So Unplug Yourself is more of an initiative to expose the games out into the that's where Solar Pop comes in to distribute. So there are some cool lines coming up. One that's first time to be played in South Africa is Expeditions. We have it on display over here. If you guys have about 3 hours to play, I would suggest come sit and play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
We also brought in a few cool games from Gen Con.
Okay.
Also more than welcome to come sit and play with us.
So you went to Gen Con, right?
Yes, we did.
How did that go?
My ankle still hurts. I grew some calves. But in comparison to Comic-Con sold out at about 20,000 a day.
Yeah.
Gen Con was at 100,000 a day.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot more.
An amazing experience. If anybody can afford to go, I would suggest do it.
Yeah.
Just pure experience-wise, it's something else.
Yeah. So what were some things that are different from Gen Con and Comic-Con other than they're bigger?
With Gen Con, it's more of like a retailer focus and a supplier focus. So the suppliers are there. It's like a meet and greet.
Okay.
There's massive tournaments, obviously. Now in South Africa, we can't reach the thousands yet.
Yeah.
But
we're growing. We're getting there.
With Nat One and Unplug Yourself, we're obviously going to hit those numbers.
Yes.
Before I turn 50, hopefully.
So work hard, people.
Yeah. And also another very cool thing that we got from Gen Con, we had a little chat with Catan themselves, and we saw this trading badges being traded. So I went up to Stephanie, who runs the organized play for Northern America, and we chatted around it, and I asked her, could we actually bring that idea back to South Africa? And she said 100%. So you get, as an example, 5 wood or 5 brick or 5 ore, whichever. You got trade the entire convention through. We bargain at about 1,000 per resource. We are almost out.
Oh, wow.
I think everybody at this convention at least had one of these. But the very cool thing about it is actually the interaction between people. You're constantly trading.
Yeah.
There's laughter. A little kid came up to me yesterday, my hands were full. And he's like, can I trade you? I'm like, sure, pin it off. And he pinned it back on, but he stabbed me in the stomach with it. And he was so shy of it, but it's so cool, yeah. But the pure interaction of it, that's what we love doing. That's what Unplug Yourself wants, is the laughter, the friendship, everything, just the community of it.
You want to bring people together in this tabletop community.
Yeah.
That's what everything's about. Bringing people to a table, playing together, meeting new people, likewise-minded people.
Like-minded, but also people outside of the scope. There's a lot of rugby players which we'd like to bring into these games, you know, and cheerleaders and so on, or whatever the case is. And
this community, it's open to everyone, and you see a wide range of people in this community.
Yeah.
It's not just, for instance, people that cosplay. There are people like rugby players or cheerleaders. This community is just amazing in bringing everybody together.
Yeah, and we'd like to expand it. A board game, at least one board game per house in South Africa would be an amazing thing.
So is that your goal?
That is one of the goals. One of them, yeah. But yeah, it's that's what it's all about. Come to these conventions, come to your local gaming store.
Yeah.
We run with Toy Kingdom, Toys R Us, We host like little learn to play sessions at hobby stores. We do them as well.
So
Join
you have
in, have fun.
DM bootcamp?
We have the DM boot camps as well. Join in, have fun. It's always laughter. There's always, it's community, it's friendship, it's fun.
Yeah,
Join us.
which is quite amazing.
Yeah, that's one of the perks of it.
So, can you tell us if there's any initiatives coming up from Unplug Yourself?
You guys are gonna have
maybe
to,
know about?
yeah, you're gonna have to check out on our socials. We are releasing some very, very cool stuff soon. So initially I was purely with Tabletop, but now we've moved over to Unplug Yourself, which is my main focus right now.
Yeah.
But 2024 is going to be an interesting year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So keep a lookout for what is
on-
coming in 2024.
And then obviously our new partnership with Nat1. Very excited to be with you guys.
Yeah, no, we're very excited to be with
And
you
then
too.
we're gonna, there's some cool stuff coming.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do some cool collaborations, some events, which you guys can look out for on our socials, as well as Unplug Yourself. Go follow them. It's Unplug Yourself on Instagram. Do you have YouTube?
We have YouTube.
YouTube.
We've got TikTok. We got all the socials.
Okay, all the socials.
We oldish, so TikTok's still a work in progress, but we're getting to a platform.
You're getting in some
We're
younger
getting
blood.
Yeah, we're getting in like the Jays of the world.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Is there anything that you would like to say?
Guys, join in, support local. Let's have some fun together.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Just looking for the thumbs up. My dad. All right. Greetings, adventurers. I am here with.
Go for Jay, I'm Jay, and I'm here with Unplug Yourself, and we're hosting the Tabletop experience at Comic-Con Africa.
Thank you. And what do you do for Unplug Yourself?
I manage a lot of the social media and the content that we create, and our digital presence, so our website, our social media, that type of thing.
Okay. And how has it been at Comic-Con so far?
It's been pretty amazing. It's cool to see so many people who are fans of tabletop gaming getting together and competing and having some friendly competition. And I think what I enjoy the most is people who have not experienced any of these types of things, given the opportunity to quickly jump into a D&D experience or learn how to play a card game. And they're really excited once they've done the demo, which is very nice to see.
So, what is your favorite moment so far from Comic-Con?
Must be yesterday with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Open tournament when everybody was cheering on the champion. It was almost surreal to hear the entire crowd yelling. And then we had the Catan tournament as well, where the winner also was cheered on by the entire hall and everybody was clapping. It was awesome to see.
And it's not something you see often in the tabletop community, because generally video games and that get the chant, they get the excitement. But it's nice to see that here in this community we have that same hype.
100%. I think that the main thing is the accessibility, and so a lot of people, you're not watching these types of events on a daily basis, and there isn't really the events being broadcasted as much as the esports, but when we're getting together, the vibe inside of the room is just unreal.
Yeah, you can feel the buzz in the room. So, have you seen Comic-Con grow at all? How many Comic-Cons have you been to?
So I've been at 3 Comic-Cons. I was at one. I started when they were at Gallagher, and it's definitely grown. Our own space has grown, and it's amazing to see. And it seems like they're getting better at things. Like last year, they'd grown into this new venue, but even then, it felt so overwhelming with the amount of people that were coming through. And this time, we have an entire new hall, so the added space really made us feel a bit more relaxed.
And I mean, we have you guys to thank for bringing us here. I mean, we look forward to partnering with Unplug Yourself. Well, SoloSwap is your guys' distributor. And it's been an amazing experience. So have you seen any cosplays that you really like?
There have been a few. I really enjoyed the God of War one.
I know, same. He's so cool.
But yeah, there have been a few outfits that were cool. I haven't had an opportunity to speak to any of them, but I always admire the artistic talent and skill that goes into creating those outfits, yeah?
Yeah, there is a lot of work that goes into them, a lot of love and passion. So, what can we expect in the future from Comic-Con, Unplug Yourself? Where does this go?
Well, our goal is always to continue hosting much bigger tournaments, encourage people to participate in tournaments a lot more, and hopefully we'll continue to be running these prestigious tournaments with higher turnouts and each year doubling the number of people who are attending.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you very much. It's been great having you on. And is there anything you would like to say?
I would just like to encourage everybody to follow us on all our social media platforms, to subscribe to our newsletter. We're constantly hosting events and sharing content and encouraging people to go out to their local hobby stores and support the hobby. This is definitely something that needs a lot more exposure, and it starts with every single one of us.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much. Cool.